Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 1, Episode 30. I am your host, but not your DM. That responsibility and power and weight goes to Adam. He has the tuning fork in G minor. How's it going?
Well, if G minor means 14 millimeter, because it has no other use in the world, then yes.
G minor or D major or something like or something like that.
D major, it's in a key.
It's in a key, right?
It's a chord.
Right. I am not a musician. I cannot picture that note. I don't know what sound that makes.
It's a grouping of notes. So if it's not one frequency, it's multiple frequencies.
Nice. Well,
so if you try to make one, it won't work.
We're coming to you in multiple frequencies for sure. How is everyone doing on this fine Saturday?
Excellent.
Yay.
So yesterday,
2 levels of enthusiasm.
So yesterday,
I love it.
A week ago Friday was the first day back in the gym. Doing 400-pound pulls, I threw up in my mouth a little bit because it was like more than life could handle. It felt less than perfect.
That sounds hard, Adam. Like working out is.
It's not that bad, Mark. It's pretty good. You can handle it.
I restarted my regimen of like cardio and sort of push-ups and.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got lots of energy, and so what I did when I had lots of energy yesterday was drink a bunch of beer.
Drink all that beer.
I might have pushed it a little bit too hard. Haven't done that in a while.
I'm in the fitness burger in my mouth.
It's
was that a piece of bacon yesterday?
Mark, it's funny now, but when we look back at the tape many years from now, it may not be so funny.
You'll all be like, that's when we should have said something.
No. 500-pound pulls were easy, so it didn't take much like training to get
back where you needed to be.
Yeah. I mean, 500 is not where I was before by far, but it was easy, which means that because 400 pounds is like that's like 200 and something pounds off of what you're supposed to be doing there, son. And why you upchuck it in your mouth a little bit to do it? You shouldn't do that. That's a sign that something's gone wrong.
I cleaned my basement today.
What did you find when cleaning your basement?
I found this hard drive, and I have no idea what's on it.
You also found something else.
Oh yeah.
No.
It's some old tech gear.
No. Nope. Pranks. No, pranks we used to play on each other when we all lived in the same household. Like
actually, it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
He found the old comic book about him and the spider.
Hold on.
He wrote a comic about during Legends.
Hold on.
Vomit and the spider.
Give me a sec. Get on the chair and get the spider.
Did it happen again, Ahmed?
No, but as soon as I saw these, I was like,
Nice.
And all the tons of comics of the Legends campaign. I was thinking I should really start doing that again. Got good memories. Brought a tear to my eye. My wife's actually like, oh, I hated that time.
The Cartman Game of Thrones intro while you're drawing stick figure comics in the living room.
Sitting there. I want to talk about something serious. One sec. Honey,
You slip into like the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song or like Gladiator.
Are you drawing me your comics? Shh. Go like this. Yeah, good times.
All right, so Marty, did we do Marty? We missed Marty.
No, I'm a bit hungover today, and it's
You've been
warm.
hungover.
It's
Yeah,
warm in my
you drank
apartment,
beer.
so
You had energy, so you drank the beers.
yeah, I drank the beers and sat on the roof alone because nobody sits up there apparently after 11 o'clock, and I'm like, yeah.
I worked night shift last night, so I only got up recently, so my day's really just beginning.
The good morning cheeseburger.
Yeah,
It's a great morning.
breakfast of champions.
I like how I like the accent on champions. It's an accent we're allowed to do.
This was the Lemmy one. This is Lemmy.
Oh yes.
This is Altagar.
Crazy.
And where is he? It's Euchre.
It's a good one.
Remember the stone? What was it called? Remember, it starts with an MA, but there's an MA up there. I just figured you.
I would have to.
But you had a name for your stone.
I
was
did.
like,
I did name my boulder. Yes.
Your boulder.
We should do. So I used to do because I thought my players weren't paying attention, and I got really pissed off at them not paying attention. This is back when I didn't DM as well. I guess.
This is back when we.
I would have at the end of chapter. I'd have at the end of chapter quizzes about lore in the campaign world that they have encountered so far. Like, what's the name of this guy and who's this? And I give them XP based on how well they did in the quiz. Mark, do you remember those?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I thought
Sean would be taking notes.
yeah. So some characters really bought into, like, I'm going to learn all this shit. And others were like, I don't know, guy face. Facey McPants, you know? Like, some would just... clearly not
the merchant we hated, that guy.
Yeah. But the boulder
you mean the guy we killed? Yeah, his name is Pushing Up Daisies.
Mei Ling. There we go. Mei Ling was the boulder's name. That's awesome, Fox.
Yeah.
See, we've played so many campaigns since Legends that I probably couldn't have got that.
So I knew it was a girl's name, and Mei Ling is just a very he gave it a lady's name.
Don't quiz your players, but it was a time where I thought that they weren't paying attention, and it was like I tried this tactic, and it worked a little bit, but then it was kind of annoying, and it was a lot of work. That was a long time ago that I did that.
And then there was the occasions we would argue with you. No, Marty, you're wrong.
Right? It's like,
well, so here's the thing. Now there are tapes,
Yes.
and we can check said tapes, and then we can figure out where that NPC who accidentally changed names twice. Hey, whatever we're calling him now. He's the man of many names. Just get over it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. So I guess take some notes, and if you're a player, pay attention. You know, that sort of thing.
Make certain that if something is important to your character, that you write it down, because you might not remember it, but if it was important to your character,
Yeah.
it should be on your thing. And like I got a bunch of just random names written on my character sheets at the bottom for just this was an important thing. This name means something. If this comes up again,
Notes section.
You know, my notes are actually pretty spotty for my characters in this campaign, and I don't know why that is, but when major things happen, I've been upgrading their background details. Like, there's a running list of here are the major plot points or beats in this character's story or their life. But I'm bad at. I realize that I'm bad at writing down the other DM's NPC names. I don't know why that is. Eat your own medicine, Marty. Okay.
Some of the DMs are bad at writing down their NPC names. So.
Yeah.
Adam just asked me the name of one of my NPCs from a while back. I'm like,
So what I do is I'm like, all right, it's a relative of said NPC who has a different name and a different token, because when I asked for these things, I didn't get either. So.
No.
Nice.
Here's a quick question I wanted to ask there.
Mm-hmm.
Can Desaad get mud samples of the monster?
He can certainly try.
Oh yeah, let's do a recap of what happened last game.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bring
I'll let you do the recap.
my
and I'll roll
leftover
up.
fries to my wife because that was a promise.
The devil inside. The party is fighting. While the party is fighting the summoned guardians, the shop's owner Davhorn arrives via teleportation. During the battle, Sunny tries out a new spell. Upon the return to the Steel Rose Mill, the party is confronted by an angry Dee Dee and Amadeus, who are excluded from the heist. Dee Dee spends some time in Sylvan Acres, while Amadeus spends some time helping out an orphanage. Dugan makes contact with Skelliman, a high up in the gang at Fisher's Inlet. Dugan arrives to help clear a recently Dugan agrees to help clear a recently uncovered mine, which may provide a route to the hidden Undertown market. En route to the mine, the party encounters an angry monster made of mud. And I think that's where we left things off. As we did it.
Would like to get samples.
And then Desaad is rooting around in the mud, looking for.
Yeah, there was lots of time spent digging treasure out of the mud. There looked like there was a priest or something that was met his demise within the mucky road. I believe there's some damage still, specifically on Cog. He took most of the pounding from that particular fight.
Yep.
Desaad, do you have knowledge planes?
One sec here. Deathsod. Yeah, I do. Not much of it, but
All right, give me a roll.
15.
Okay, yeah, you're able to distinguish the mud with which it doesn't have appropriate origin.
Cool. How many samples can I collect? Or what else do you want me to roll?
How many samples would you like? There's 2,000 pounds of mysterious
Oh,
mud.
that much? No,
How much? How many buckets worth would you like?
One tractor load.
You could fill up like a 2 pickup.
6
beds.
samples of huge mud elemental.
Yeah, sure. You could put the word elder in there if you'd like.
You gonna fix that? Dee Dee's fluttering around Cog right now, pointing at his wounds. You look to be leaking there, and that looks like a big dent.
Yes, thank you, Dee Dee. I still do not feel pain, so.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, I'll take care of those.
Are you sure?
Yes, no, save your magic. Save your magic. The others, I'm different than the others.
Okay.
I do not have a beating heart.
Well, you do it right now, because I don't want you walking around like that.
Now, how much damage do I have?
I can see inside you.
15.
Oh, 15? Oh, that's fine. I think I did an auto. Did I do an auto
Are
heal
you
in
sure
this
you can
combat?
see inside of him, or is it just got mud?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can see inside of him too.
Yep.
Never mind, it's not just mud.
Yeah, he's got a little hole right here.
Yep.
Not too worried.
Right. Hey, I
don't
can see some mud on the other side of you.
I think it was a DC 17.
Yeah, we don't want your soul gem falling out.
Mister, could you make your way over here? Could you help a wizard up? He regards the horns.
Hey, watch it. Fucking cow going by in the mud. All right, we done playing around here. Let's get going. We got monsters to kill.
Right this way, gentlemen.
Sorry?
And lady. We are going to need to. We're getting close, I believe. I haven't been there personally. You do understand the relationship here, yes, though, yes. Once I get you to the place, I must disassociate. That is understandable and agreeable, of course.
Yeah, as long as it's not some fucking trap, because we'll come back and feed your own weapons to you backwards.
Of course. Skelliman is not intending to lead you to a trap, simply looking to create the bonds of friendship.
All right. Well, you think about that next time you're playing with your weapons.
Cool.
He pulls out his hand axe. He checks out sharp. He goes, "Ooh."
I'll make it fit. Guys, don't let's do the diplomacy.
Of course. All right. We should be along this trail about, I don't know, a few hundred meters.
Slake just points, lead the way.
Dog's got 1 damage left. He repairs himself. Doesn't even use a what do you call it? Repair kit.
Okay.
Okay. The party forms up, and to continue down the muddy trail, it is very difficult terrain. All right. Let me just put my magical sheet. Can you roll me a percentile, Mark? And I know that Marty really doesn't like it when I say "roll me at" as in that's not correct grammar. But it's such a force of habit, I can't stop.
Roll me. No.
No.
No. Not gonna happen.
13. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Random encounter.
All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need another percentile, please. This one. What did we get? You're muted, Mark.
Sorry, 60. The phone, TV's a little loud, so you did it. Shows up.
All right.
You now.
Ahmed, roll a d12.
Yes, sir. 4.
Okay. Okay. Not too far from this particular location, the party encounters a chittering. Could you do the mass perception check, Marty? Desaud, Agony, and Desaud, Agony, Sunny, Dugan, Schmurf.
Capra.
Capra. Am I missing Capra in there? Oh yeah, Capra. Yeah, the DC was 30. Okay. Let me just Marty, could you throw some basically we're gonna use this map here. We'll continue using this map. The party is moving in this particular formation. And there is a chittering, zapping, ozony smell in the air. Can you drop me a lizard or a lizard-like token on the map, please?
Oh, I'll give you the ozone one.
A random encounter of up to 12 of these things would
Oh, God.
suck.
Capra, kill him quickly.
On Thursday, the party was terrified by simple cows. So don't push.
There was
it.
nothing.
I saw the token. Those are the cows of nightmares. Those are awesome. Yeah. We're just gonna have these things. As the mudslide uncovered a nest, and this nest only had a few of these bad boys. Okay.
What size are they?
They are small. And they are basically so you were, it's like D4, Mark, you roll D4 times 10. Okay, they are 30 feet away from the party.
Damn.
Okay. All right, let's quickly roll initiatives for this.
What's their initiative mod?
Their initiative mod is +6.
Ooh, wait.
And there is a surprise round.
These things attacking us? Wouldn't I be like, huh, these odds are bad for me. I'm not going to do it.
They're agitated because of the mudslide. Taylor's not here.
Thankfully.
Everyone else is. Cool.
Second. Okay. And we still have Skeleton on the initiative sheet, correct? You should have it +4.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just open up the initiative sheet, and those who got over 30 more on their perception check are part of the surprise round.
Okay, Dee Dee.
I like going over and over and then under. With the braid instead of the over, under, over.
Of course, over, under, over. Great.
Not the well. I guess you could. It would look like this. See,
she's like got different braids in the front of Mistra's head.
you see, it keeps it out of her eyes. Yeah, it looks nice.
She does not see shit. I don't know if Skellman sees.
Let me check. He is very perceptive. He draws his weapons.
Okay.
And moves a bit away.
Dugan Schmurf. I don't know if he got 30.
Dugan's got
33.
Yeah, he's going to.
Okay, there's this group of lizards that are they're currently on some vegetation. It is definitely difficult terrain to get to them. It's a knowledge arcana if you want to identify them.
He can't. He's just going over to have a look at these unusual creatures.
Okay, what you see before you are...
Is he invisible or not?
He is, yes.
Okay.
Dog-sized lizards with 2 horns on either side of their head, green scales that crackle and spark. You can see like little zaps of electricity sort of jumping between them. It appears to have either gender-based or 2 different groups or there's 2 different ages or mingling of 2 different types.
All right.
Of these lizards. They appear to have animal-like intelligence in their eyes.
Alrighty then. That's about all I can do.
Mistra, I don't know if she... Nope, she's struggling with mud.
Yeah.
Cog?
Nope.
Sod made it.
Desad made it.
Desad gets to act.
Shit. Sounds gonna. So he can't see Dugan, right?
Desad can't see Dugan unless he's got some invisibility.
No. Like, hey guys, there's something's over there. He's not brave. Screw that.
You have no ranged
I
weapons?
appreciate
or...
just the admission. My character's a coward and will continue to behave in such a manner.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you very much.
We're on the same page, Ahmed.
Desaad, who is a doppelganger who'd use any weapon, including exotic ones, has no ranged weapons? None?
Yeah, sure he does.
Okay.
Fuck.
Thank
Let's
you.
shoot something.
Thank you.
It's right there. Ting. He's firing. All right. He's firing. I believe this is a longbow. Confirm here.
You're within 30 feet of one of them. You may get sneak attack if you hit that one. Because it hasn't gone yet. You also have a gun. Fox's reminder.
Yeah, we're not using that now.
Okay. Got it.
Maybe in the cave where it'll echo for miles. Okay, so that is going to be 23?
Yeah.
Eight damage. Battle
Okay.
damage.
Is that including your sneak?
It's not including my sneak. I think I'll put that in there.
It's within 30 feet.
Oh my god. 13 damage. That's pretty good.
Okay, you significantly wound a little beastie.
And he's gonna move back.
Well, you drew your weapon and you fired.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Amadeus.
Trapped. I'm trapped.
Amadeus
Did not.
did not make it. No, he did not. After Amadeus, it is Sunny. Oh my. Sunny is going to. Doesn't have too much in the way of. Like, you know what he's going to do? I think you can. There's not humans. Okay, it's he just doesn't rock any. Well, he's been using this wand. He draws a wand. He doesn't want to blow any big spells.
Oh, it's now the Shacker lizards.
Okay. They are defensively charging up. They don't like you. They're not moving from their position.
Oh, charging as in electrical charges between them?
As in electrical charges between them.
Oh, okay. Did Agony get 30? I don't know. It's way up there.
Agony
He
got
did.
30.
Nice.
It was Agony, Sod, Capra, Dugan, and Sunny.
I don't know what he's going to do.
Not leave, probably make another target somewhere else. Get out of the way of the shot.
Yeah, he's going to pull out the Burlani bow. This is the bow that you guys got from the Burlani that you guys fought at the Fey Circle. Composite longbow, strength 20 plus 1. He's going to fire a shot at the same one that Desaad tried to hit.
Okay.
Actually hit, please.
Ugh. Fires an arrow into the bushes. AC 10.
No.
You hit a tree.
What are we shooting at?
Oh, you can see it. Oh, okay.
The lizards is what he's saying.
Yeah, they're over there.
What lizards? I just hear like somebody making
Might
popcorn.
want to take cover.
Dingle, did he see?
No.
Slake? Slake, no.
Slake did not see.
Wait,
no, Dingle did see. Sorry, Dingle saw. Oh, those fucking things. Hey, with the lizard things over there. 3, 2, 1. just gonna kill lizards. It's his modus operandi.
Yep. Get him.
Yeah, so we're going to just he's going to attack a different one than the ones you guys were attacking. And he's going to rapid shot and second shot. He hits. He and then it hits. And hits. He's going to roll the damages independently, just in case. They do take frost damage, so 2d8 plus 16 plus 2d6 plus 4. He disables one with one arrow. He actually. And he kills the second one. Oh, that's not the right one.
Does that one fall and then die?
Yeah. Maybe. Roll 2d6. I'll roll 2d6. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think we talked about orc bows, but I don't think there was a...
So Capra's using a longbow right now, and then he uses gravity bow as a spell to jack up the damage when the time is right.
Dee Dee's like, huh? Whatever. First, Slake didn't see, or did he? No, he didn't. He's more like, the fuck are you doing? He's looking at Skeleton completely the wrong way from where the monsters are.
I'm staying out of the way. Watch us. Watching.
Oh, they're killing lizards. Why are we killing them?
Because they looked at me funny.
Why don't you go and find out?
All right, Dee Dee's gonna fly up. That's a single move. She takes out her bow, and she will ready a shot if it does anything violent. Her bow is now merciful. Skellman.
Skellman, now that people are looking at him, he's going to defensively move in front of an archer, but stay low with his weapons out.
It's like just watching him go.
Suspicious.
I'm going.
You know? Dugan flying around invisible amongst the branches.
All right, he is going to gather power and strike the...
Dugan?
Yes?
Do you have anything on your character that provides you electrical resistance or adds electrical damage?
I don't believe so. I can double check.
Just a quick thing.
Have a quick peek. I don't recall any such item.
Okay, that's okay. All right, continue.
Nope. All right, empower.
We call this acorn attack. Gathering power, a bunch of leaves and acorns. Boom.
AC 31.
Yes.
I don't roll the 3d6 separate. Plus. 12. Okay, so that is a crappy roll. 9, 4. So add 4 to that, so 24 plus 46 sneak, plus another 14, so 38 total.
Is it the wounded one or the fresh one?
The fresh one, I guess.
Okay, roll another 2d6.
8.
Falls out of the tree, and it is dead. Do you turn visible?
Yeah, oh yeah, whether I want to or not, yes I do.
Okay, this one sees a threat that's within range that he thought was within range, and it zaps. Because it has none of its allies with it, it's a tiny little zap and it doesn't reach you. Because you've killed all of his clutch. You, Mark, you killed all the clutch. What do you mean, man?
Mistra.
Mistra.
There is a villain point spent. Use it for something fun, Adam.
The rest of the clutch comes.
Whether this fight or later on, I do not know. I'm going to take a look at the DM and channel points. We've got one floating boon point. One floating fortune point that anyone can use. But the villain point makes me worried. All right, next in initiative. Cog.
How high up is the thing?
20 feet.
Gonna jump that and karate kick it.
Yeah, what the hell? He's gonna run up. Let's see. I am 5 feet. You reach 10 feet. Move, activate arm. Jump and punch. I can't do it. I'll move beneath it defensively.
Sure you can.
Move, activate arm, jump. That's 3 actions.
Oh, I mean, you could get underneath it and jump up with reach and hit it.
Yeah, but I don't have enough actions.
Yeah, this round. Okay.
Yeah. So not right under it, but just enough so I don't want it to fall on my face. But if it does decide to come down, it's gonna beat my fist.
So you're writing an anti-air shuriken. Okay.
So moving ready.
Decide.
I don't think it's coming down from the tree, weirdo. Takes another arrow. 8, 9. Oh. 23.
Good shot.
You hit it? The poor helpless lizard gets skewered with an arrow.
3 damage. God. These arrows suck.
I don't think...
Good job, Desan. You hit it.
Yeah.
And your arm didn't fall off or anything.
He's taking a poke at your design. Quiet, both of you.
All right. After Desan, it is Amadeus.
You're only firing once, Ahmed?
Oh,
You can fire more if you want.
Do you need help?
yeah. No, it's fine.
Amadeus.
I'm
pulls
sorry
out
to
a-
keep on doing this to you, but it's like...
I miss.
Be effective.
Yeah, my bonus isn't very good. So.
Try harder, Ahmed.
Amadeus does that rarest of things for him. He pulls out his bow and shoots. AC 15. I'm sure is a miss.
AC 15 is a miss.
And AC 20.
That hits.
Oh, that hits. Okay.
Nice. This is your short bow?
No, it's my +1 composite longbow, strength 18.
Strength lots.
Nice.
Strength beaucoup.
It damaged greatly, Bo.
Yeah, 10 damage.
Okay. Rocks the lizard.
Yeah, I summoned it up for you.
Yes, of course you did. Thank you so much.
Sunny
Well, cousin.
is. I believe those are shocker lizards. They make rather good spell components.
Oh, but they're so cute.
I have heard of some mages taking them as familiars. They have their uses. They're not terribly intelligent. Capra, go pick up the bits. He's not. Shocker Lizard is taking a total defense action and trying to hide in the bushes.
See, it doesn't want to play anymore.
I think we can leave it alone. You're not a threat.
I got it,
Walk past.
says Agony.
Kill, kill, kill.
When you mentioned spell components, Agony wants the fucking thing. Saw. Air what we do.
I have a feeling overkill is coming.
So I reread spell combat in the three action system,
Action economy.
and it's one standard action to cast a spell and make an attack.
Cool.
Yep.
No, sorry, it's one action to do that. Because
What do you mean?
because it's normally the power is a full round action. You cast a spell and do all of your attacks, so the spell is actually like really quick. So it's one action to cast a spell with spell combat at a -2 penalty, but the spell he's going to cast is True Strike. He can't
That's
cast
cool.
any other spell that round.
Mhm.
And so yeah, he basically with his bow he's going to cast True Strike.
It lets you swift a spell.
Yeah. And he'll stick an arrow into the bow and fire.
Pachuk.
So if he doesn't roll 1, I think he's got it. He wasted a spell though. Let's see. 1d20 plus 8 minus 2 for spell combat plus 20 for True Strike. It's AC 45. And this is a strength 20 bow that is +1. He hits it for 10 damage.
Okay, that's enough to knock it out of the tree. 2 more d6s,
7 damage.
and it dies.
There we
Hey,
go.
Cog, can you pick up those things there and you
Egg-
mind climbing up? It looks like there might be a nest or something up there, so check for eggs.
Agony looks back at Amadeus, and Dawson kind of pulls his lips back into a toothy grin.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job.
Oh yeah.
We all can be archers.
Uh,
All of us whose arms.
you know
don't
what?
fall off.
Pick up your own damn bits. God, he's like, guys. She's talented.
I'll leave the bowmanship to you. Perhaps you leave the wrestling to me.
Agony
I
puts his...
wasn't being sarcastic, just about the arm thing.
Did we have to kill them all?
Well, if you leave them around, they're just gonna come back in bigger numbers and. Oh, then we're gonna climb this tree here and see what we find up in the. What kind of treasure do these things have?
Oh, let me help you out there, buddy. I'm always here for you.
Their treasure. Okay,
Epic.
roll a d6, Ahmed. On a 1, they have something aside from their carcasses.
Nope.
Yeah, Agony scanning the bushes with detect magic. The greed needs to be fed.
Come on.
No.
You know, there might be a squirrel out there with a trove of nuts you could steal, Agony.
I like nuts.
Fuck off. He's like,
Good
No,
chewing.
there's
Honey.
just shells in this one. No eggs. Capper will hop down and these things are small-ish, so we can take them with us, or we can stop and clean.
You're saying that they're good for electric spells, Sonny.
Yes.
Okay, Agony will start sticking
you
them in.
can't hit me on camera.
Punch him right in the head.
That's enough out of you, Ahmed.
No.
What you do is you mute the camera with little camera mute button, privacy mode for.
You know, this channel is now offline. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Experiencing technical difficulties.
the Simpsons drunk guy technical difficulties message.
I'm protected by witnesses.
All right. So from these, you can get focuses for electric spells.
Cool.
They are, we'll say it's a DC 17 check per lizard. There's 4 lizards.
Arcana or survival?
Survival or taxidermy should work. So Capra can
Yeah,
just
well,
do this.
yeah, we're standing there, kind of just watching Capra get his hands dirty.
And this is the little zapper thingy, right? Yes, that is the little antenna thing on the end of the horn, and then it's the gland underneath. There we go.
Oh no, mister, you don't need to watch.
There we go. So about 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, you've collected 8 little foci.
Okay.
Oh, can we recover any arrows?
Did you miss?
I missed once.
And Agony missed
50-50.
once, but he's not. He's more interested in the shocker lizard foci.
Yeah, Desaad didn't get arrows before, so he's kind of low. So I'm kind of looking for arrows anywhere right now.
You need arrows?
I'll do 2d2. On the 2, I find arrows.
Okay.
Oh, they're both broken.
It's like you're looking for a golf ball, and a golf ball is not coming back.
I'm looking, I snap. I'm like, I look down. Found him.
You stepped on it, you're looking for it, you stepped on the arrow.
How many arrows does Desaad have?
4.
Okay, Agony fishes 6 out of his 2 quivers and gives you.
Yeah.
So if you guys really need arrows, Capra's got almost like 265 regular arrows.
Yeah.
That's just seems excessive.
A lot of arrows.
Do you need an arrow?
Maybe split them. Or you're not interested in that kind of treasure? It's just.
That's cool, Kenny. I've been thinking about how do you take magic apart and put it back together again. We've had some neat discussions about that, but we'll talk in depth once it's actually a thing.
Right now they're in the raw egg stage.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near a cake yet. We have an egg and some flour in the corner and a cutting board that needs to be cleaned.
Introducing the 3 action system into Pathfinder 1 for us has basically reinvigorated our love of combat in the system. Like, we're having a lot of fun in this game. Not to say we weren't before, but I think we're going to get at least 5 years of D&D out of this.
Dude with the crossbow and guy with torch becomes a fun encounter again, as opposed to just hit it with your sword.
Yep. But then looking ahead, the point there was looking ahead. How do we create something that would do that same reinvigoration
for the magic system
4 or 5 years from now, or 3 years from now, or something?
One good place to start is whatever updates they have in Second Ed. There might be some there.
The Advanced Player's Guide for Second Ed is coming out, and it has expanded a lot of the paths for classes and introduced some new classes. So that might be interesting. Although I don't know if I'm interested in going back to 2E.
No, it's just their ideas.
Yeah.
Just their ideas.
Yeah.
Like the magic, the cantrips, 3 actions. Yeah. If you got a couple more arrows, I could use some more.
Capra will give you 5 arrows.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here you go. And you'll give 5 arrows to Agony, who's standing right here. So there you go.
All right. He actually has a good store, but he takes them. He has 35 arrows now.
Oh, yeah. I'm up from when I started today.
Are you done fucking redistributing arrows? Can we get going?
Anybody got arrows they want to give out?
I must agree with the big metal man. We should be going.
Skeleman's looking pretty. He's getting pretty skittish out here.
All right, fine. Let's get going.
Little skittish, that's all.
I'm not getting tired. Take your time.
All right. The rest of the path, this muddy path moves forward. As you're following the edge of this landslide, you see a gash in the earth from a distance. Dugan, with the height of your flying, you can see what looks to be the opening of a pit mine, and you can hear the sounds of arguing.
Okay, swoop in for a closer look.
All right, we are going to move over to exposed mine.
See Delphine, sir?
All right, give me a second. First, I'm going to go to the muddy path and grab all the tokens because doing the job. Exposed mine. I'm going to unfog a section and drop the token.
Is it passage?
Exposed
chamber?
mine.
Oh, okay.
Second. Enforce. Do this, and then you can now redistribute your view as you wish.
Thank you.
And it will be imminent.
Getting a bunch of invalid tokens. Did you drop them today?
No.
You might have to restart.
None of them. I dropped one token today, and it wasn't on this map.
It worked loaded fine for me.
We know that, Owen.
I can see it.
I will reach through the camera.
Oh, one sec. I have a phone call. Which I cannot explain.
Let's try this.
One sec.
Which one is it? Exposed mine?
Expose mine.
Huh. It's so weird.
I know that the stream can't see. I'm just going to unfog for Mark. And then I will unfog some space around it.
There we go. It's caching. Ooh, it's all isometric. Shit.
Mr. Dugenschmaff,
Jaw.
at the head of this mine, you see two small creatures with beards and very large weapons with these wool knitted hats that tend to be red. And they are currently in a yelling match with an old, stodgy man and a couple of dwarves with hats that have candles on them.
Okay.
Deserter, you go away. Go away, yeah. Yeah, you tell him. Yeah, you go away. Tell him. Yeah, you go away. No. In the name of the Imperium, this is our find. You must leave, Fae. You must follow the orders of the Fae Lords. Ah, no. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And then some cussing in Dwarvish. The dwarves seem to be much more silent.
Dugan's gonna fly back to the group because he's heard enough. All right, we got some bad news. Seems the Imperium's already here, and there's a couple. Are those redcaps? Knowledge nature, I guess.
Nature? Yeah.
I believe I have that. Double check.
Oh, it's such a cool map.
I don't have it. No. Do I recognize them as Fae?
Knowledge local.
Yeah, I got that.
All right. You get a +2.
29.
You recognize Snicker and Slice. They are two red caps from the Briars.
By the way, awesome names.
It's a great tokens too.
They are basically Briar enforcers.
Okay. All right, so it seems the Imperium's found our little hole, and do you guys know Snicker and Slice? And everything nice.
Camper's just gonna give himself a think.
I'm invisible. You can't see me dance. That's too bad. It's a very good one. Anyway, they're with the Briars.
Dee Dee got a
They're
knowledge
assholes.
local 27.
Yeah, they are two red cap enforcers of the Briars. They work as a team. They do some scouting and some enforcement, and when bad things need to happen, they do bad things.
They're not nice. They're like unseelie in the old regime.
Okay, yeah, but it's the old regime. Now there's just the one regime, and that's who we follow.
Yeah, you convinced them of that. They like kill dogs and stuff.
I'm sure they were mean dogs.
No, like happy dogs.
Who would ever kill a dog?
You can't see me right now, but I'm giving you a look like you know who.
Well, you can't see me right now, and I'm giving you a look like you just push it, buddy.
So Dee Dee's never allowed to have ranks and intimidated.
and you can't see me right now, so my face just says what my face is saying.
Yeah, you've killed a dog before.
It wasn't a happy dog, it was an angry dog.
Okay.
Anyway, Imperium bad. We got to get rid of them.
So the Imperium's here.
Yeah.
All right. He looks at Bones. So what? How does this change our plans?
Yeah, if we kill the Imperium, they're just going to send more, aren't they? And then your way ain't secret.
This is quite a complication, now, isn't it?
I would recommend potentially not killing them, but we require safe access through the tunnels. What did this Imperium fellow look like?
He was old, had robes, human.
Most of them are.
And old. He's an old human. He looks like Sonny. What do you want? You know, except more creases around the eyes and forehead.
So it sounds like you have some Briars in there and an old human
Oh, and two dwarves.
with some dwarves.
They look like miners or something. The profession, not the age group.
Did they have guns?
No, they look like miners.
Interesting.
Not guards.
So,
I see.
as we discussed previously, I will be waiting. He's starting to like slink his way into sort of the bushes area.
You know, if you want it to be less conspicuous, change your makeup.
Oh, he thinks it's makeup.
Oh, okay, so we go there and we just say, we're here to explore the cave.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, and we say, get out.
Yeah. Or, well, so I've got the thing. I can tell him that we can help explore the cave because this cave could have dangerous animals. We're pest control.
Aye, that could work. Oh, yeah, they love the bureaucracy.
Do you want me to come along and speak to him?
Or maybe we could ask the Imperial guy to go to sleep and then to smell the dust, and then we could just put him in a tree.
Yeah, okay. I can help
What
out
about-
here.
What about the dwarves? Because they're not really the sleeping type.
Can you guys make them go to sleep, but not, like, really kill them?
I should be able to do that.
I could make them go to sleep.
Yeah. Those redcaps, though, they're going to be a problem. Dugan, they're your responsibility, because, you know, you're the leader.
You're unseelie.
Shut up. I'll talk to them.
Yeah. We'll be there to back you up.
All right.
If you need help, just scream out in pain.
No, come on. Everyone's as good at sneaking. Come on. You stay there, Slake.
Everybody's not Slake or Sunny. Come.
Are you sure you want Pepper to join us on this? Just because your last time.
Cog, are you moving up?
Sorry, who are you talking to?
Cog.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh.
How far is it down?
It is 25 feet down.
That's a long enough drop.
25 feet?
Yeah, it looks like whatever building was covering this up was washed away by the mud.
Sorry, I exposed a bit of your desktop there.
That's okay.
I got a miniature stuck and I undid some fog.
That somebody's playing a GM mode in secrecy.
I always have it open. It's in the background, but
that's okay. I left the little ribbon there because of just the way the map imported. At 12 p.m. I was working on this. Time on the right hand side.
Okay.
Okay. So they're still bickering amongst each other about right of claim and the sticker and slice. You better get out of here. You're gonna find yourself in some pain.
Amadeus looks back at the rest of the group like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And he's going to make an acrobatics check to reduce his fall damage. And he's going to...
Did you take damage when you landed?
It was 20, so I can reduce it by 10.
Okay. And do you have slow fall?
I don't have slow fall.
Oh, you have fast fall.
Yes, I have fast fall like everyone else. I fall like a stone wall.
okay.
I
Agony
did
will
reduce it by 10.
Agony will use an immediate action to feather fall Amadeus.
Cool. All right. So this very immediately turned into like a combat thing. So we are going to roll initiative because this is
Cog's about to say, so what's your plan? And he just jumps up.
That's basically what happened.
That's the plan.
Yeah, Dee Dee's aiming sleep arrows at like we're firing sleep arrows at the dwarves.
All right,
Initiative, I guess.
On the initiative, we have Dwarf Miner. We have Cato the Assessor. We have
Redcaps.
Snicker and Slice. All right, now Snicker and Slice have +8 initiatives. Cato the Assessor has he's really shouldn't be here. He's got a -1. The miners have +2. And Skellyman is not in this one.
There's a Kenny boon being spent.
Ooh.
Rock Slide kills all 5 other characters.
Am I accepting this or?
Sure. Basically, there's a bounty. The chat wants Snicker and Slice killed. That's basically what chat said. Snicker and Slice have a magic item. Is what
The best way to get NPCs killed? Tell the players they have magic they want.
Well, the way you do it is this: it's a known magic item from a nice person, and then the murderous things are wearing like
Your treasure's over there.
So
It's slightly less obvious than they're wearing their face.
No. It's the other way in their face. So, Dee Dee, you recognize the slippers. The slippers were from a pair of twin pixies. You don't know how they got them, but they're these pixie slippers where they would basically could like hold hands and jump off of buildings and fall like free fall.
Hey, those aren't yours.
The best Fey trick would be though they replace them with replicas.
Where did you get those?
All right, so
All right, easy, Dee Dee. Okay.
first off,
Some of us might not be in a position to accuse people of stealing with any sort of ethical
Why are we
standing.
using our real names? This is stupid.
Hey!
stealth checks. Although we're not being very stealthy.
No,
at this
no, I think it's
second.
initiative.
I think it's just initiative. We spoiled the.
This is how they pull a plan together.
All right, Amadeus, you
One initiative.
won initiative.
He drops down and
Agony.
grabs Cato the Assessor.
Okay, so Agony, you get your immediate action off. It's immediate. So
Yeah, it's immediate. I will tick it off. He's
Okay,
got
you
the
don't
ring of
take-
wizardry, so he's like burning through first level spells.
yeah,
like,
do it.
Yep.
All right, so you land like a cat. Let me quickly check these.
Like he's spent 6 so far on the adventure, and he's not halfway done.
35 on his CM.
Okay.
CMD.
You defeat the assessor's CMD of 13.
Awesome.
You have grabbed the old man, and he is yours now. like you would a 6-year-old. You pick him up and just yoink. All right. He looks shocked and horrified.
He's used to that reaction.
Dee Dee.
Okay. So Dee Dee is going to change targets. The dwarves, she's now got nothing against. And who's wearing the boots? Is it Snicker or Slice?
They're both wearing one of them.
Okay, Dee Dee is going to.
That's the worst part.
Okay, the closest one, Snicker, is getting a sleep arrow.
Okay.
Why you?
Son of a bitch.
They were friends of yours, Dee Dee, too. You knew them really well.
She had a party.
Aww.
Now,
Badoosh. AC 30 on the first one.
yeah.
DC 20 will save or fall asleep.
And no amount of DR stops this from happening, right?
Yeah, it does does no damage. It's just a big poof of fairy dust.
Yep, just a big poof. All right. Okay. This goes for sleepy time. Snicker with his massive scythe goes for a sleep.
Okay. Dee Dee turns visible. Will float forward so that she's within 30 feet, but above Slice.
You've got some explaining to do.
And she'll fire another. Actually, no, once per round. She will fire a second arrow. This is just going to be a cold iron arrow.
Okay.
And this is let's see. Point blank shot. +1 from above is
AC 22 hits.
okay. This is all non-lethal damage.
Okay. The arrow was cold iron, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
9 non-lethal.
Cool. Okay. After Dee Dee, it is Sonny? It's like they seem really offended by something.
Yeah, Dee Dee's incensed right now.
Yep, she's really mad. Mister, we should move forward. So Sonny's just going to wait for Mister to walk him up to the edge. Cog.
What's up? He's gonna jump off here. Boop, 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 boop. Slow fall. Is 30 feet or 25 feet?
25 feet.
Okay, no problem. I have slow fall 30. I land next to this guy. Stunning fist.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, plus 15. It's 11. Any bonuses right now?
No, they're just flat-footed.
Okay. Oh, they're flat-footed.
Yep.
Well, they haven't gone yet.
Sweet.
Might want to flurry. I don't know.
20. Yeah, this is flurry. 25, 27. Does 25 hit?
That's 25 hits. Sorry, 1 second. 25 hits.
Okay. Does acid work? Unfortunately, he's getting this much acid.
Acid works.
He's getting 4 acid, and then this is all non-lethal. Sneak attack applies.
Yep.
2 monks came jumping off a cliff to attack you.
Wow. Look at the ones.
How
6
much?
ones on 29 plus the 4 acid.
29 non-lethal and 4 lethal. Okay. You hurt this dwarf.
Do I have another action? Like moving and jumping off, is that considered one action? Or
Did you have enough move speed to get there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 action to get down, and then you attack. So you've got another action.
22.
22 does hit.
D8 plus 4d6. Plus 2. This is all non-lethal. 16. Wow. And then 1d6 lethal, which is acid 3.
Okay. He looks woozy.
Okie dokie. That's it.
All right.
Cog is dangerous.
I'm not buffed at all. Just
What the?
garbage cog.
What the? So they are speaking to each other in a dwarvish dialect that's a little bit odd. It's not quite the dwarvish that Slake is used to. The one in the back, aka the one in the front, I think they're just going to move in and beat the shit out of you. You've grabbed. Okay, this guy's stepping forward and is going to beat the piss out of Amadeus.
Okay.
Because you being paid to protect the guy.
All right.
This one is getting his shit pushed in by Cog, and he's going to defend himself.
Amadeus is going to use his immediate action with his body shield feat.
Okay.
I got to make a grapple check against this fella that I'm grappling.
CMD is 13.
Yeah, so I make it. So I now have cover.
Nice.
Using the grappled person.
All right, that is pretty fun. Do you count as human?
I do not. Not anymore.
All right.
Full on lamprey face.
All right. So he doesn't favor you as an enemy. He's going to attempt to attack you.
Okay.
You're holding a human as a shield, but I don't think that.
I don't think that
There's a deep-seated hatred of human.
AC 13.
You miss, so you do damage to the old man.
Oh, it doesn't even.
No, you just have to miss.
Mind if I read that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
It's a D20 PFSRD mark update dash.
And double check the name because I know there's another one called Meat Shield, but
it's against a
similar.
single attack.
Yeah, it's against
So
one
no,
attack. Yeah.
then it's an attack against that target using the same attack roll.
Yeah.
So it goes against the old man's AC.
Okay, my mistake.
Okay,
What's
so
his AC while grappled?
okay, it still hits him.
But yes, you're right. I was wrong.
You can't grapple the guy who's got 50 AC and then just start to do damage to him automatically.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, this guy still gets hit because his,
He's old and unprepared.
he's old and unprepared. Yes, that's why he's afraid of Snicker and Slice, and apparently should be afraid of you.
that feels.
All right, so I don't know if he's getting a tip for his efforts. He doesn't add favorite enemy bonus for beating up the old man.
I wouldn't imagine.
He does 11 damage to the old man, and he was swinging to hurt. He's then going to try to push you away from him with his shield, which is just a shield bash. So when he's just really good at this. AC 25.
I know.
Okay. He did notice that the old man appeared to not be in the way anymore, so he's going to use his greater two-weapon fighting, or his improved two-weapon fighting, to attack again with his primary and his offhand. AC 11, and then the shield is natural 20. You get bapped by the shield.
Okay.
The
Confirm.
shield hits for
You confirm the
not
crit.
too much. For 7 damage.
Confirm the crit.
And
Confirm. That was a crit, dude.
oh, sorry, you're correct. Woo, AC 24 or AC 25?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, man.
No. I'm just checking the bull rush is plus 10. 19 CMD to push you away from the old man. I'm assuming it doesn't work.
No.
Okay. This dwarf is actually going to take a step back from Cog and is going to cast Spike Growth up on the top of that mountain while all these people are jumping down on us with a bunch of buttholes.
Bells.
Yeah. And he's going to, you know what? He's got lots of squares. He has not a huge number of squares. He is going to get basically, here, I'll just draw it. Going to get there, and then he wastes one on the wall, and then he's going to get one that goes up here, and he will get one that's over here because he just wants all this to be sucky for everyone.
Nice. That actually helps us as well.
Seriously.
All right. The after it is Snicker and Slice. Slice. Let's see if he understands what was just done. He does not. And Spike Growth. All right, now do the heavy boots do anything aside from just flavor text? No, they do not. Okay. What's it to you? Mind your own business, bitch. He's
I'm
tucking
a
shit back
pixie,
in.
and those are my pixie friends. You tell me what happened to them.
Nothing bad happened to them. He is going to move out of the spiky spell.
That's like, how many squares was that? 4 or 5?
It's too many squares. Any creature moving on foot into or through the spell per 5 feet. Any creature takes damage from the spell will also see a reflex save. Okay. It is piercing damage. Does piercing damage bypass DR by I believe it does because it's magical, correct?
Sorry, what was the question?
DR doesn't prevent piercing damage. Or would DR apply?
Piercing is just a physical type. This is spike stones.
Yeah. Or it's spike growth.
It-
So I believe that it just
I think it would get through magic DR.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
it's spell. Yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't get through cold iron DR. That's the question.
I wouldn't think so.
Piercing
then-
damage.
Then they move through and it doesn't do damage.
Because the Fey race is the...
Because the Fey race is the Ubermensch. Yes. Okay. So they move through. On his way by, he punts the sleeping Snicker in the head.
Still difficult terrain for him, right?
Yep.
I don't know how much movement he has.
They have speed. That was one move through difficult terrain, and he's got a little bit of movement left.
So is punting his friend in action?
Punting his friend is an extraordinary ability that they have. So it was part of the movement.
Okay.
Okay. Apparently, this race sleeps a lot, I guess. I don't know what to say.
So this guy wakes up. We're going to say that he loses one of his actions. He's going to stand from prone. And he's going to move out of the effect. They are basically trying to adjudicate how to interact with this spell or how to get through this.
Did he drop his weapon when he fell asleep?
Good question. On a 1, it's left behind. 2, it was in his hands. He remembered it when he got up. So he has a great sword. He has a great scythe. All right. They've moved but haven't done anything effectual. Slice also heals a little bit. All right. Slake.
The fuck's going on up there? It doesn't sound like the surprise is.
Everything's going according to plan. Everything's fine.
And someone looks back at him like, no, it's not.
All right, Slake is going to. He's got good movement now because he's got his mithril armor. So 35 is one move. And another move, 25. 20 gets him to here. He's got 15 more feet of movement. He sees some creatures down there. They got weapons. He's a warrior. He's going to start climbing down.
Okay. The wall is DC 15.
30.
It's got handholds and stuff. 30. You're minky. I'm assuming you don't have you don't have your tower shield in hand.
Nope. ACP for his mithril plate is -1. That's factored into the roll already.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his fighter levels and the.
Yeah.
So he had 10 feet of movement left with his second move, and then a full 35 feet of moving down. Could he have fast climbed to the bottom?
Sure. It's a little bumpy.
Okay.
Can you go for a DC 10 acrobatics check just to see if you?
He has +10 even after ACP.
Perfect. Yes, you have to hop down. You actually drop the last 10 feet.
+18 with jump if you. He's a very physical character.
Yep.
Yeah. So you kind of. Boom! He hops down and he's looking at the two fate things.
Are you casters?
I haven't seen Dee Dee mad like this in a while.
they're speaking to each other quickly in Sylvan, and it's like, isn't that part of the? Yeah, that's part of the. They have to deal with. What are they doing here? You should be fighting for us.
I think they did bad things to some of my friends.
Shut it!
Ah! Shut up, Dugan! Whoa, whoa! Dugan makes himself visible.
Good enough for me.
He's kind of got his hands up. This is just a big misunderstanding. We're all on the same side. Slake, don't hit them. The Briars.
I mean, we can hit him a little bbit, you know, friendly. Just
not even a little bit.
So Dugan is off trying to
Just keep peace with the slice and snicker.
All right, Agony.
Agony is going to. Well, I think he's gonna. I think he's responding to Dewdrop's anger. He agrees with Slake. He hasn't seen any Dee Dee angry like this, so he's going to teach these two Fae a lesson. And he's going to roar off a fireball. What about there? This is an Agony fireball.
Okay.
So it does 8d6 plus 16 damage. For 37 fire damage. The DC
right,
is 19.
They both roll super good. They both eat 18 damage.
I don't know if any of that wood stuff catches fire, but
it's really moist in here.
Yeah.
As in there was just a torrential downpour and a mudslide that went through.
Boom! And then as his move action, he will pull out his dragon tooth, which is the keen raven speak.
All right.
He does not move from the spot that he's in, seeing spikes everywhere.
Okay.
How are they looking after 18 damage?
They are looking like they eat their Wheaties and they get blown up for breakfast.
God, they're tough. They're tough little bastards. Tough little grizzly bits.
It's the type. They look like the type of people who fireballing each other might be like a joke. All right. After Agony, it is Dingleberry. I'm confused. Dugan, what do I do?
The dwarves! Hit the dwarves!
No, they did something bad to fairies.
You shut up! You didn't want to be in charge. You're not.
Can I get a charisma check between the two of yous?
Okay, just charisma.
Yep.
I got an idea. I can kill everybody.
Woo!
Yeah, Dee Dee's not very eloquent when she's incensed. She gets an
19 from Dugan. So.
19 from Dugan?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry, Dee Dee, I'll get them next. Alright! Embrace the kill! He's just gonna everybody fight everybody.
Some grand play of.
Alright, I think Capra needs to move to get a good line on the dwarves. They've moved forward a little bit. He's going to attempt to move out. His DR. So I think this is how it goes. He gives a bard song, and he's going to move 10 feet which will do 2d4, which doesn't do enough. So he doesn't have to make a save because it doesn't get through his DR. Then next round he can just step out. Or he can fire from there. Get him! Get all things! Mistra is very quick. Moves up and is going to sniff Kev.
I'm trying to get out of this thing. Could you mind?
Mistra's looking down, seeing if she's supposed to like go squish something. Desaad.
If I turn into a flying creature and then fly up, wait, can they see me?
Where you're at, yeah, well, like a little bit if they're focused on you. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Okay, can I? If I try to 5 foot this way, does that
That's a move.
count? That's a move. Right.
That counts as 1 square.
Okay, what about I just climb up over Mistra? She's right there.
So it is through.
Hey, stay there, Mistra. Just climb up over her.
So if Mistra picked you out of the spell,
Mm-hmm.
then you wouldn't have to say. But if you are climbing out, you're gonna like. If I guess if you climb straight up, I guess I'd say that it's okay because you didn't move through. You just moved up. Like if you levitated or flew or anything that moved you straight up. So yeah, if you climb Mistra, but do a climb check against Mistra.
Sure.
To climb up the cow.
Hey, Sonny, keep her
You're
there.
not mounting the cow. You're climbing the cow.
Yep. Not that high level. Climb.
Ride check, free action to like get onto the horse kind of thing.
Yeah. You just try to.
18.
Okay, you do it in a way where you've basically made yourself and Mistra both non-combative, but you're out of the spell.
All right, cool. I'm non-competitive. All right, that's an action.
You're currently stuck in a non-combative space. If this is where you ended your turn, it would be bad.
Right? I can hop off anywhere from an animal like this, right?
You're currently climbing her like she's a mountain. You didn't actually mount her.
Okay. Can I get off?
Yeah, you can get off
You can get off anywhere
from your square.
from my square. All right, get off. Here. So that's all. That's 2 actions, correct?
Yep.
All right. Let's move to here. Yeah. All right. So what are the targets? Oh, those guys are ugly. This is Kev, not Desaad Kev.
Okay. It's
Okay.
you're Kev on the inside and the out. Okay.
Yep.
Amadeus, you've got this old man who's now bleeding in your burly grasp.
He is going to. As 1 action, he's going to take his turtle clutch stance.
What was the old man's action?
The old man's action. Apologies. He was still grappled. I missed him. Unhand me, you brigand! Let me go! In the name of the Imperial Assessors, let me go!
I'm really very sorry.
And then he let me go!
Stop it, please stop.
His C&B is +4, so his best roll was 13.
Okay. Amadeus is going to 1 action take out his 1 action get in his stance. 2nd action, free action pull out a rope, and complex action he's going to tie up the old man, but keep holding him in a grapple.
Okay.
So stance, I gotta make my roll, and I'm going to power attack on this. So I'm power attacking this round.
Okay.
24. It's basically don't roll a 1. So.
It's-
And I tie him up.
He has a CMD of 13.
Yes, and tie him up. There we go. Oh, sorry. I am still grappling him, though.
Okay.
I have not released the grapple.
You have a wizard under your
Oh.
you have an assessor under your arm.
Roll him like a bowling ball through the spikes.
All right. I just smell the dust. Dee Dee.
Dee Dee's mad.
Actually, you know what? Second thought, he is going to let him go. Because he doesn't want to kill this old man.
To keep using him as a shield? That was
Yeah.
the-
He doesn't want to do that. He might do that to the dwarves. He won't do it to that guy.
Huh. Dee Dee's gonna glitter dust the two.
Okay. Will saves.
I don't like you. You did bad things. You're not getting away.
17?
Dee Dee's 17 is the save.
Okay, so they both make it, but they're all shiny.
And then she'll fire a merciful arrow at the one that is closest to her.
You're just jealous.
Eat this.
AC 34,
Yeah.
10 non-lethal damage.
Is it a cold iron arrow?
Yep.
Oh, it's a okay. It's a cold iron out of the merciful bow. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Poof! Kind of firing beanbags at them.
Yeah. Sonny. Sonny is going to have a good long think of the situation. He's going to think about what are a snicker and slice? What do they do?
That's besides snickering things and snickering and slicing things.
Besides snickering and slicing. Exactly. So this would be that roll. Natural 1. Okay. I believe those are fairies called redcaps. they have big weapons. They're not very nice. I think Sonny is going to, as a standard action, he's going to, I don't know, sound burst them. Sounds funny. We've picked out every other save. Let's see how this one goes. So he's going to blow them up. He hits both of them in the blast. It's 1d8 sonic damage. So 5 damage each. So 23 and 23. And they have to make fort saves. And their fort saves are less than perfect. Okay, this is a second circle spell, so they both fail. So they're both stunned for 1 round. Oops, not that one. State 2. There you go. All right. He whips off a sonic spell that shakes their ears. They're clutching their heads. They're trying to pull their caps over their ears and are effectively distracted, indisposed. It's Sonny helping out Dee Dee. Cog beating on some dwarves.
Cog's gonna extend his arm. And
Oh, they're so boned. Slake,
Yep.
you've learned a new dwarvish curse word. You've never heard that particular combination before.
Nice.
It's something about a beard ring, a beard ring and a ball sack, some combination of the two, and it, you know.
So I'm doing this defensively. No, you know what? It's fine.
I don't think they're coming after you, to be honest.
No. 24 and 23. I think they both hit, right?
Yeah. Who are you hitting?
Non-lethal the north guy, and then non-lethal the lower guy.
Okay.
So D8 plus 1d6 plus 2. Oh, sorry. D8 plus D6 non-lethal. Sorry. So 4 non-lethal.
Okay.
And then 2 lethal.
Okay. That guy is still woozy.
Well, I guess it's getting both of them. Another 5.
5 non-lethal.
Yep, and then 4 lethal.
54 and 13. So that becomes. He's got single digits.
Someone get on the other side, for crying out loud. That's
3
annoying.
hit points.
There's no Bart song, right?
Yes, there is.
There is? Okay, he's
There's
out.
Plus 2 Bard song.
He's out.
So he's got 4 more damage.
Yes.
Okay. So 58. He goes down. State concussed.
Of course.
There's the Modron we all know and love.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. No, 24 would have hit. So, action to increase the range, flurry, and then a single attack. So, I'm done.
Okay.
One's down.
All right. After Cog, it is the dwarf miners. He doesn't like anything. He doesn't like anything about anything that's happening right now. But Amadeus does bleed. And Cog kind of punches like a pansy right now. But punched really hard before, so.
So what's up with that guy?
And you've dropped Kato, right?
First guy.
You're muted, but he's going to step over Kato.
Who's muted?
Mark's muted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he's going to attempt to defeat the brigand. He's cussing at you in Dwarvish.
Okay.
AC 19 with the hammer.
Okay. I am going to use an immediate action to try to grapple him.
You've had your turn, so your immediate action has refreshed. Yep.
Yes.
He overextends his arms. You're like, thank you. I'll just grab these arms.
40.
This man's CMD is. You didn't quite double his CMD, but you're close.
Okay. Well, we're in Grapple Town.
Okay. He's. So
He's got an action left. He can try and get out.
Well, he's grappled,
attack.
and he was 2-weapon fighting before, so one of his arms is useless. So he's going to just bash you with his weapon again, or will he try to escape? You know what he might try to is. He doesn't know. How would he know? He's going to try to get out. He does not get out.
Okay.
Yeah, it does a 25 doesn't get him out, right?
No.
Okay. So you have a pet dwarf. What are you going to name him?
Your name is George.
And that was his action.
That was his. We got him.
I spent my action, and I'm now grappled. So bad.
Snicker and Slice spend their turn stunned. Slake.
They drop their weapons when they.
Yep. There's a very large scythe and a very large greatsword that have clanged down to the ground.
Slake. All right, we won't kill them. We'll just take their teeth.
Remember about 3 years ago when you fighting and stole my fucking basket? Fuck you guys!
Slake, can he overrun multiple people, or is it just one?
I don't know.
I think it's just one
Uh,
per move. I think so.
Overruns is part of a mover charge, so you could theoretically make 2 moves.
There's a feat that I think allows him to do multiple opponents.
Yeah.
So we'll just say one. He's going to spend 2 actions though to basically move through their squares and knock them over.
Okay.
So basically, he drops into his belay style for 1 action, spends 1 round running another action running over Snicker, and then another action running over Slice.
Okay.
He will rage.
Okay.
So he gets a 30 on Snicker.
Okay. Snicker is not prone.
He has to beat it by 5 to knock them prone.
He is not prone.
Okay.
He's stunned. CMD is not great when you're stunned.
And 42 on Slice. Okay,
he's
so
on the ground.
he will end up here, I think. God, you want to help me with these assholes? He just goes over and tosses them around. He's done. Two CMB checks.
Dugan
Oh, don't do this. There's going to be consequences. The fucking Briars. I'm begging you.
They did something bad to my friends.
Fuck me. Fuck your friends. They're going to do something bad to us.
We're just gonna take their boots and their hats and their weapons.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would Slake do if someone took his hat and his boots and his weapons?
Oh, sorry. While they were stunned on their turn, their wounds were healing.
Okay.
Because that's what's going to happen to us.
Well, then we'll deal with it when that happens. Those slippers don't belong to them.
That's Dugan's turn. Those are fucking Briars. Grow up.
Agony.
Agony will cast Fly. Defensively cast Fly and then move down.
Okay. Yeah. Dingleberry. Everybody's all tense. I remember that guy broke my basket and laughed at me. Fuck you. Help me. Amadeus, you need a hand with him or my shoe number?
I think I got it.
Okay. Hey, mister, you probably just want to drop the hammer. Nope, it'll be easier that way. Don't worry, we'll show you our paperwork. The Capra is going to effectively ready a rapid shot against anybody who looks like they're going to do anything violent against any of us. He's just playing Overwatch.
Mistra?
I know, Mistra.
Desaad?
Desaad's going to he has the climb ability, so he's coming down this wall. 20-foot move speed. It's 2 actions to get to the bottom. So what do we got here? Up to these guys.
Okay, there are 2 stunned, prone, glittery fae with these like tangly knotted beards and grotesque knitted hats.
Denied their decks and very easy to hit.
Did it take me 2 actions to get down there? To
Yep.
get up to them?
Yep.
Well, I pull my sword out.
You could take the guy's scythe. You know how to use it.
Ooh. I pick that up.
Okay.
I don't mind if I do, but it's small.
Nope.
No, they're medium,
They
dude.
carry medium-sized weapons. They're small creatures with great big weapons.
That's convenient.
That's thank you for carrying this for me.
It's a nice looking scythe.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Kato.
He's twisting feebly. It looks like he's trying to not get stepped on.
Okay.
Grappletown Amadeus.
Yep.
Uh,
Grapple King with this.
free action, pull a rope. So we're going to try and time up. 33.
You try. 33?
Yeah.
You succeed.
I'm just going to drop him over there.
So, like, Amadeus saved these guys' lives, as embarrassing as it is.
Yep.
You should understand that these ropes are the best armor you have. You stay in them and my friends will not kill you.
Bonds of protection.
And then he's going to step over to this guy, and I guess as soon as possible, he's going to tend to him. Let's make sure.
He's mostly, he has very few actual wounds. He's got a little bit of acid burns. The rest of it was non-lethal. He's just been,
Okay.
yeah, just not at risk of dying. Sonny.
No,
Dee
Dee Dee.
Oh, sorry, Dee Dee.
Dee Dee
Get him,
swoops,
scare him, dude.
swoops down, picks up the greatsword, and flies away with it.
That's heavy.
Okay. It's a big old greatsword. All right.
I guess she swoops down, picks it up, and then 60 feet of movement can ascend and get to beside Capra. And she'll drop it next to Capra.
Hey, look what a nice sword! How the fairy gods have presented me with the sword! Oh my goodness! Look what I found! Finders keepers, I suppose. Isn't that like God 472?
Yeah, those are the rules. I'll be back when we get the slippers back and their hats.
Yeah. Sunny is going to hop off of Mistra, and is going to just wait a sec. I believe he's got slippers or spider climbing. We're not going to pull an old man and just fall our ass off of him. Oh, wrong slippers.
Why'd you create a new character? Fell off a cliff.
He's gonna walk down. He's gonna stay behind all the beat sticks from the scary Fae. He's gonna move over, and he's basically gonna go, "All right, Mistra, when the place is clear, jump." Don't worry, I have a wand. Murr. Don't be such a baby.
Cog.
With Cog's extendo arm, can he extend his arm and try to get like cartwheel out of there?
So the wall that you'd be reaching on, this one has also been spike growth.
Can Amadeus help him? Or he can just try to jump it. Here.
I think you're going to have to make a reflex save.
Even while jumping?
Yes.
Okay, let's jump. Nope. So first, you want the jump or the reflex? Or it doesn't matter, but the jump.
Oh, with it looking for how this battle went. Dee Dee recognized slippers from her friends. Yeah, you can move 20 feet. You take
20
1
feet.
point of
So
damage and have to make a reflex save.
I
Dee
take
Dee
one.
recognized the slippers from Faye that she knew, a pair of twins being worn by Snicker and Slice. She took great offense, and the whole plan went out the window. Amadeus Batman in behind the dwarves and Cato the Assessor, and subdued them all in a very Batman-y fashion. Batarangs.
Oh, Cog got one.
Cog beat one up.
Yeah, I got one.
And there's been this sort of little slugfest and just area of effect war against Snicker and Slice. Mostly be getting beat on.
Yeah, on Sunny's turn, I think they unstunned.
Wait, unstunned on Sunny's turn. All right. What was your reflex save?
My reflex save is 21.
Okay, yeah, you can beat the dwarf rangers.
Nice. Yeah. So I moved into a good position.
Okay. All right. So after that, it's the dwarf miners. The dwarf miners are. This guy is going to attempt to break the bonds. What's the DC of the rope?
It's only 23. It's rope.
It's rope.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the one who didn't take any damage didn't listen about the whole "these bonds are your greatest armor" thing.
You were warned.
He basically tears himself out of it, and he's going to stand from prone and pick up one of his weapons that was on the ground.
All right, I am going to bite his face.
He's going to pick up the hammer. He's provoked 3 AOs in his, or 2 AOs in his actions.
I've only got one, so.
Oh, the lamprey bite is coming out.
Yeah. AC 30.
AC 30, that hits. Slake, he said, this dwarf said something about aberrant spawn? Something? Curse from the deep? Something?
So he takes 12 damage. And you're grappled again. 28?
On the CMD?
Yeah.
This guy's CMD is 26.
Okay.
So, yeah, you got him. I believe Gotti, and he was standing from prone, so he was actually at the -4. So, yeah. All right. He then, in the grapple,
It's called
picks up the hammer. Because he still had an action, he still has a hand. He's going to earn his money. Although, yeah. Okay. All right. Super effective. All right. The Snicker and Slice. So they're surrounded, and their weapons are missing.
Give us the slippers and your hats, and you can go.
They stay lying prone, and they start taking off the. They both take off the slipper. So this round they take off the slipper.
Anything that's shiny. Ooh.
Okay, Slake is going to ready a rage-filled beating if they do anything hostile. Dugan?
You're muted.
I'm sorry, he turns invisible.
He doesn't want to be seen.